This is my friend Walker's car, and in this video we're going to show you the ins and outs of car mechanics. We're going to tie this video into the Automotive Maintenance Merit Badge, which is one of the unique merit badges where you get to dive deep into a profession. In this case, it's going to be how to deal with engines and tires and everything like that. So I give a lot of thanks to Walker for his help here, and then without further ado, let's get into it. There are 139 Scouting America merit badges, and it is my mission to complete all of them and bring you along for the journey. In this series, I will experience the unique world behind all of the badges and showcase the skills one needs. My name is Chris Fabiano, and this is Merit Badge Debrief. Morning.
I love it.
So this is what we have in my trunk here. We got a lot of goodies. So let's start on this side here. So first, blanket, because when I drive in college, it can get really, really cold. And if something happens, you're gonna die without a blanket. So you need to have one. This is a very, very fun kit here. It is basically a roadside assistance type kit. So we have jumper cables. I see everything hasn't been opened because I haven't needed to use it yet, or hopefully I will not need to use it ever. But we got cables. In terms of safety, you have a vest. You really should wear a vest, especially if you're on the side of the highway at night. Just a bunch of other parts and batteries and some gloves and a poncho too, for if it rains. So that's nice to have. It has instructions for everything. And this thing on the front also lights up, so you can put it out in the road and, people can see that you're, doing work here. Plenty of space on the side of the trunk to keep things, so that's nice. This is this? I have two of these. I don't know why I have two. So I have one in my apartment, or I guess it's just in my house right now. And then the other one is just in my car. I always thought I just had one, but I guess I have two. It's a toolkit, very handy. Then we got first aid kit. Again, haven't needed to use this except for like a band-aid. Always good to keep a first aid kit in, especially in terms of first aid. We have sunscreen because I am white and pale. Then we have fun tools here, so come around to the side. Whenever it snows in college, like pretend, we don't really need to pretend because it happens all the time. I'll come out to the parking garage and I'm trying to drive home and it's covered in ice like that thick. Gotta get in there and just chip away at it and then you can scrub it away. Good to keep these in your car if you ever have a lot of snow in your area. Okay, and then the last thing is this thing lifts up, and so we can actually take this out completely here. And it's got a bunch of goodies on the inside. So we have, this is a flare. It's good to have. Obviously it gets super hot, so don't play with it. You got a flashlight here, another flashlight, and on this side it's just a cover for the wheel and some gloves. There's nothing back here, and then you obviously have the tire. So I believe this comes up out of the, it's
twisted
heavy.
out.
Yeah. So all of this stuff in here comes out. So you first got to unscrew the thing, then you take out all the tools, and then the tire and I guess
that's a lovely sound.
Rim, I don't know.
Wheel.
Yeah, this little bit here comes out nice and clean. And yeah, I mean, we've not really used the tire ever, but we have it. So yeah.
There is air. Very nice.
Dude, the air is nice on this tire.
Yeah, you got to make sure there's air on, because some older cars it will deflate.
I feel like this tire is thinner than my actual tires. Like here.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. It's just a spare.
Well, yeah.
It's a cheapness thing, and you got to keep it.
It's a temporary tire.
Correct.
Right. So whenever you put on a spare, you obviously then go to a professional and they'll put on a new tire for you, because you don't want to be having this on all the time driving on roads.
It's an emergency thing, but
say in an instance where there's fire, this tire is flat, your car should, if it doesn't, then there's a different power line, but it should have at least this is a jack here, so you'll use this, and they have a handle. I'm gonna try and bring this down but what you want to do is locate pinch welds, which for here is on here. So if you want to bring the camera, I'll snatch that real quick. And
you can also switch the viewing angle if you want to.
I can see that. So that there is where you want this line to go, just so you don't damage the chassis of the car. Yeah. So you want to put that in the proper spot, and I'm not going to actually do it, but do you want to do it with the phone?
Whoa,
for this.
You can grab the camera real quick. I'll just.
What? Here, you take the camera.
The camera?
Yeah, you take that.
It's a camera on the camera. Hey, camera.
What you want to do is this. I think this will just connect off the system. So you put this over for some extra extra leverage, and you'll keep doing this. I don't like these jacks.
Well, yeah, I mean
professional stuff. But yeah, you'll keep doing that, and it's going to lift the jack upward, and you'll keep on going until your car is actually, you know what? Switch this on. Let's do it all the way for extra length. And you want to break all of these loose. So I'm not going to break it up loose now because what size is this?
I don't know if it's
there. It is.
There
you get that on. Lefty loosey, so counterclockwise, and you want to break it loose. And you want to do all 5 of them, okay?
Is there not 6?
There's 5.
Huh. Do some cars have 6?
You want to break what?
Do some cars have 6?
Yeah, like trucks will have probably 6 or 7.
Oh.
But you want to break all of them loose before you lift it up with the jack, and then you can loosen it all the way when the jack is got it upward. When you take the wheel off, sometimes you have to kick the wheel, so if it doesn't want to budge, you'll just kick it off. It won't damage anything, I promise. And then you'll put the spare tire on in place of it, put the lugs back on, and then in a star pattern, so come here. You want to start, whatever you start with, doesn't matter which one you start with, but the first.
Oh. Makes sense.
And then
Lit.
you'll do this the opposite way, for it to loosen, and you get it back on the floor, and you should be back and running again. This is a pretty poor demonstration just because we can actually do it. Honestly, I'm comfortable with doing it on my car because obviously
Yeah, we can do that if you want. What do you believe everyone should be capable of doing in terms of car maintenance, besides just pumping gas?
Pumping gas is car maintenance?
Well, everyone should be capable of doing it.
Yes.
You know? What should everyone, need
At
to
least
know?
changing a tire, because I've seen people pay a lot of money just for someone to come up and change their tire, and and they don't even flinch at how much it costs too sometimes, and I'm like, oh crap. A little bit more advanced is changing your own oil, but that's just if you want to, because certain places will be cheaper anyway, or you get it for free if you buy your car from a dealership.
I know more about changing oil than I do changing tires. I've done both, but
All right, time to learn.
what are some careers in the automotive industry that you know of?
Careers that I know of? Jeez, NASCAR mechanic. Mechanics
That
for
one seems
racing
nice.
teams. What?
That one seems nice. You hit all the other.
Oh, well, no, because when your driver bends it in a wall, you have to rebuild the entire car. That
Well,
can be a pain in the butt.
yeah.
Imagine I'm not gonna go that deep into it, but it can be a very tough time because late nights of just all night trying to fix a car before a race.
That is true. Yeah, I never really think about
It can
that.
be stressful. There's a video of a guy, I'll send it to you, where a car comes in the pit lane, he takes the tire off and finds a random bolt, and he just stares at it because that could be anything.
Put that in the video here.
Correct. You need to compare it to the front left, really. Are they just going to change the tyre?
I think that's a mistake.
They're just feeling around the wheel arch here to see now,
Hang on a minute.
that bolt.
that was quite silly, wasn't it?
And where's that from? Now.
I assume there are like people that are like higher qualified technicians that they just aren't in the pit crew and they like just do work on cars outside
Yeah,
the
so there's a
race.
lot of factory people who like there's a factory for like the racing team, so you'll probably driving around here. This is where NASCAR or this is
I guess because we're
this is where CMS is, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Well, yeah.
So there's a lot of racing teams in the area. They're building a Formula One facility for Cadillac.
That's what I think I heard. Yeah.
I've been looking every day because I'm in school
Getting a
for
job?
electrical engineering, and it's for engines. So like wiring harnesses, I would like to design. That's a career I'd want to go into. I literally check their website every day for when job openings come out. But they start in 26, so that's probably when they'll open jobs.
It's not that far though.
Nope, not far at all.
And then you're a valet right now, just like a
Yeah, I
part-time type of thing.
drive cars in Charlotte part time. I also worked with Mystic Motorsports, which was a startup just for cars like that. Which is literally.
I don't know if that's fully on camera. How was your experience purchasing a car?
Oh, my experience was extremely easy.
Yeah.
It was, my friend was going to college, so he wanted to get rid of his Mustang that ran pretty not great.
Okay, we're here in the garage. The car.
I'll go over
The garage
this side
tour.
first. We get a lot of cardboard parts, especially stuff from Subaru, because my roommate's car is a Subaru and breaks a lot of things.
Cardboard.
We have like actual car jacks here.
Oh,
those
yeah.
are lives significantly easier, along with jack stands. That is a requirement if you want to work on your cars to have a jack stand, because you don't want your car to fall on you. Just sit in there. We do have some
nice
detailing
trim.
stuff, and this is a drain pan here, so this is what we use.
Oh yeah, for the oil.
This is like, so if you drain oil coolant, you can't hear, it's full of fluid. For our lower cars, we do have to have wood planks to like, either to wedge the back of the wheel if we're gonna lift up the car, or the front of the wheel.
Yeah.
Along with putting it like underneath, like say if we want to load it on a trailer, we put that underneath to kind of give it more of a better angle to get these. Because if you look at this wheel, it's extremely low. It's very close. So.
Oh wow,
I
yeah.
don't want to damage anything. We just have clutch springs on the Subaru. Not my Subaru. Yep, this is a BRZ plastic for the middle for around the shifter. But this is the. Oh, I have a whole bumper up here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
This will be replacing the one in there when I get done with it. I just ordered a bunch of parts to.
Oh, so this is the new one.
Yeah, this is going to be the new one.
Look at this nice little tool rack here.
Yeah. So we have all sorts of tools. This tool set is not very good because we've used it so much for so long that we kind of had lost a lot of parts. But this is your average tool set.
Yeah.
If you want to work on cars, I would recommend getting a full tool set.
I think it's
cheaper than just buying individual.
We have stuff like that. Obviously not for cars. My dad and uncle just do a lot of work, so.
Yeah, just if you want to do a lot of work. This
Oh,
one's
look at
mine. So this is
Got a NASCAR on there.
But this is
tool set.
yeah. This is my tool set and my personal one. It's not much, but it's enough for general stuff.
I mean, that's a lot. Do you think you've used every single thing here?
Not in this set because it's new, but in this thing,
You've touched everything?
We've touched prize. We've used just about
There's
everything.
so many different sizes.
Yeah, it's
Kind of crazy.
But yeah, having at least a decent tool set is good to have. This is another drain pan. It doesn't go here.
You got some gloves here. Do you wear gloves normally, or? just-
Yes, gloves are actually pretty crucial if you want to,
Yeah.
have cleaner hands.
I figured.
Let's see what else is there. We have a metal. It's a magnet for like bolts.
Oh,
washers,
that's nice.
so-
Yeah.
Well, we use this one a lot.
I honestly could have used that whenever I build stuff with wood because the bolts always fly away on me.
Well.
What's
We have
this
a lot
little thing?
This one or this?
The thing. Kind of looks like a fishing box.
Oh yeah, so this is all a bunch of like plastic clips.
Oh.
So I'll show you like what this is for, along
then
with a lot
obviously
of electrical stuff. So
the
this is,
tools.
like, a lot of heat shrink
Ooh.
connections and stuff. I love this.
That kit looks
if
fun
you do
to use.
electrical stuff, this kit is incredible. Power tools. And a lot of batteries for power tools. We use
Yeah.
a lot. These are very important. Are these new? That's what I'm wondering.
So, how much is it for 4?
I actually don't know because we get discounts from places.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, from our friend. But yeah, this is what a brand new spark plug looks like.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't be in this because it's not mine. But
So those are used for.
this is what ignites it ignites the fire inside the piston, like gives you the power. And stuff.
I knew it was something with igniting,
Yep.
but I couldn't remember if it was
It's
like
a part- it's
specifically
spark plug. So it gives you a little spark and does a little boom boom.
like a
sound.
mini firework kind of.
Not just oil, but this is
What type of oil does your car use?
5W30. It's not recommended. Well, it's 5W30. So we have 5W30 down here. The big thing. This is rear gear oil, so that's what is back here. If you
Is
show,
back here?
yeah, he's already showed you. So we
Well,
actually have
we can
springs.
get it. Springs?
Yeah, these are springs for suspension. So
Guess they're
suspension.
wrapped up, huh?
Yeah, they're wrapped up. They're very nice. So yeah, we have to keep them wrapped up. We're trying to sell them.
What's this thing here? Just another.
It's a spring compressor, so
Oh.
like, that's what you use to compress the spring, so it doesn't blow up on your face when you take it out.
Lucky valid.
It is low-key valid. This is more suspension stuff, so we have some outer tie rods.
Look at that.
This is probably gonna be put in my car.
A lot of parts. So what do you think is the
Probably
like?
shouldn't grab this because it's probably greasy.
that's
No,
fine.
screw it.
What do you think is the like cost per like month or year of like maintenance on your car?
Maintenance on my car? Well, that's different from other people's car.
Yeah.
Just maintenance? I don't do a lot of maintenance on my car recently because I really replaced almost everything, but maintenance a lot. But throughout I do $40 for not 40, like 30 for the proper oil change it needs every 5 or 4,000 miles.
Little things right there.
Yeah, funnels are very important.
What's in the
Not
box
missing-
here?
What's up? I think.
Is it just more
you know what?
parts?
This is actually pretty sick. It is more parts. It's a lot of.
Oh, look at that. It's a racing.
It's BC Racing coilovers. But
Ooh.
that's stock suspension for BRZ.
It's cool.
But that's shocks and struts.
So what are you gonna use these for?
Probably gonna sell them,
Oh,
or
that's
just
fine.
hold on to them in case he wants to sell the car and put the stock suspension on. And sell 'em.
That's nice.
In case he wants to put it back on. But yeah, you should see the actual.
And then this side of the garage is
racing coilovers,
simple.
essentially.
Is that just another jack over there? That red thing?
Yep, that one's mine. The blue one was my roommate's. Let's see. Oh, it's my DS. Not the DS, but some oil.
Gotta have some oil.
Yep.
Wrench on the floor.
Wrench on the floor and a battery pack. I will actually go grab that now and show it off.
So Walker's got a 2001
Yes.
GT?
Yes. It's technically not a GT anymore. And I'll show you why in a moment. But
I have something like
This.
that.
is
I know.
it? This is overkill. This is an overkill battery pack. So this is what I keep in my car in case it runs, in case the alternator just doesn't keep up with the battery, which has been doing fairly well so far.
Dude.
Though I need
So that has power in it, and then you can
Yep,
use it.
So
Oh.
big engine.
Ooh.
Pop the hood. So yeah. Actually, you know what? People don't know how to pop their hoods, right? So just come here.
I do know how to pop my hood.
You don't?
No, I do.
Okay. Some people don't. But you want to come around this way?
Yeah, let me.
At least, for my car, or for a lot of cars, if you come down here, in this general area of the driver's side, there's a lever, which mine, here, I'll take that there, it says hood, and you pull it, And typically there's a click here. It's already open, so it won't be no click.
Well, yeah. Does your hood have like things that you have to like feel for when it's like in?
The
Yeah.
spot's right here. So you
Yeah. Mine has that too.
Yeah, every car should.
Yeah. Obviously.
Because, you know, it'll fly the hood open when you're driving 60 miles an hour on the highway. But yeah, pull that. And boom. Engine. So to check your oil, for me, there's an oil dipstick here. But yeah, for oil, this is the dipstick. You pull it out. And then you want to do one wipe typically. So you wipe it off. Put it back in. Take it out again. And that's kind of how you'll be able to read it. So mine is very full.
Let's chill.
So we're good on oil. But say it wasn't for some reason, you don't know why, but you need oil to drive your car so it doesn't damage anything. This is the oil cap.
Oh, I like how it says what type of oil you're using.
Yeah, well, I don't use this type of oil, funny enough, because it's an old engine. But yeah, it'll say it there. Yeah, you take this, you know, get your emergency oil that you keep in the back. Because why wouldn't you?
Emergency oil. You gotta be ready.
And hypothetically, because I am very full on oil, that you want to.
And you use an oil like funnel, right?
You can use a funnel. This is actually pretty easy to fill it with. I mean, mine's very wide, so I have a pretty hard time missing it. Tighten it. And you get on oil. You know, you don't. It works very nicely. So that's how you at least check your oil. For coolant, you go in here. I'm actually low on coolant because I just bled the system, so perfect timing. There are multiple types of coolant. I have the all-vehicle coolant, but if you see, this is 50/50 pre-diluted, and then this is coolant concentrate. So which means that you're gonna want to put water with the concentrate if you buy this. So like so if you need a lot, you buy the concentrate and you do half water, half coolant. So this is straight coolant concentrate. You typically want to use a funnel, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm irresponsible.
Oh yeah.
So you fill up with some concentrate.
It's Mountain Dew colored.
Yeah, don't drink this. It is very toxic. If you're working on the car and you have coolant outside the car, the smell is sweet, so pets like the smell and will try to eat it or drink it. Don't let them do that. This is water because we used up all this, so we're gonna dilute it, the concentrate, with some water to combat it. But there's a lot of. I'll worry about that later. But yeah, you want to get around to 50/50. Yeah, so power steering fluid, mine's right here.
And this is for what?
So that's like for the steering. So
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes it easy. But yeah, that's power steering. You can see right here. Actually, this is important for coolant as well. There's typically a line. So like right here, this is the coolant line. That's where you want that to be. This
You
is
can
where
see
want
through
your-
these things, right?
Yep, you can see. So
level.
you can see that line. Mine's a little bit over. That's okay.
Yeah.
Over here, this is brake fluid. Mine is pretty dark because I use my brakes a lot. But you can see the line right here. There's a max right here. So if you come around, you can see where the maximum is. And that's where you want that at. If you don't, then you will feel a loss of brake power. And that's not cool because you will rear end somebody.
What's this little pink thing?
That's my suspension. So there's a coilovers. This is to adjust like how stiff
there's
it
another
is.
one on the
So
other
it's,
side,
it's
huh?
actually very. But it's soft. All right. So yeah, you can adjust it. So
Car's so smooth you can see us through the car.
it's a little dusty.
Hi. With this little fob at the front.
Let's see what else we have.
Mine has that like thing on top of the car.
Oh, washer fluid. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Washer fluid only. It's right here. This is not very full, I guess.
So the windshield wipers, huh?
But it is. This is
Yeah.
Snapper store brand.
So yeah, when we're in college, I use my windshield wipers all the damn time because all the salt on the road gets up onto my car. So I go through so much washer fluid.
Make sure you wash the
Yeah, I put my car in through the car wash of the undercarriage and everything like that. They give you $13, full service car wash, undercarriage and everything.
Yeah, that's cool. But boom, washer fluid. Typically use a funnel. I'm not because I'm a pro. Watch this. All right, we're just drinking the fluid. Other than that, how much did I lose? I don't remember using this much. That's typically how it goes with washer fluid. You lose a lot. This is this is my wiring for my sound system.
Looks new.
Yeah, it is very new, but this is a fuse right next to this fuse box.
Oh.
So yeah, this is very dusty because I never touch it, but different sizes fuses for different things. These are in amps, so 50 amps, 30 amps, 40 amps, 20. There are 15s that I'll show you 15 in a bit. 20 different sizes and stuff. I don't have the diagram on me, so I can't tell you which fuse does what. Fuses are very important because if something in your electrical system does in fact get wet, it'll blow the fuse instead of shorting out the entire electrical system. So here, I'm gonna take that. Another fuse box area that you will have is down here, and there's like where's my hand? There it is. There's a plastic piece in front of it, and you can just pull it out. But yeah, these are some fuses. You can see it's probably upside down. 15 amp, 10 amps fuses for a lot of general stuff, electrical wiring stuff that will blow in case something goes wrong. There's a short system out.
Is this little like paper the tint on your windows?
Yeah, that's tint.
Yeah.
I need to get rid of it, and I need to get the proper stuff on. But yeah, cars will have like some sort of cover somewhere over some fuse box to for replacement fuses, so 5 all the way up to 30 amp fuses. And this here is a little tool for you to just pull the fuse out in case you need to replace one.
Nice.
Yep. And so also along for a fuse, the fuse has this right here, and in case something happens, this is a weaker connection, so this will just pop open instead of ruining your electrical system.
Oh, okay.
Which is very, very nice. This is your battery. Mine has a lot going on, but it's a battery. Yeah, this is a store brand from, I think, what's it called? Advanced Auto Parts.
Oh.
But yeah, positive terminal, negative terminal. Don't touch both at once, you will get electrocuted. So, in case your battery's not doing too well, and it's struggling to start, you kind of crank it, right, nothing going on, and get this guy out. Don't turn it on yet, leave it off, and you do throw on positive, make sure it's metal contact, negative, and then boom, you turn it on. Turn on, thank you. There we go. So now that's on, and it's charging the battery. So then you can go and start your car, and it'll work. And once your car is on, you turn it off, negative first, positive second, and you saved a lot of money instead of having someone to come and get you. The other method is if you have these jumper cables, positive to negative, and then you have, say, your friend, imagine his car is open.
You'd run them.
I mean, technically, for this car, you want to, so say this car's battery is dead, you do positive to a ground, so a metal in the chassis, so that's metal. This is technically the correct way to do it. This is the way you're supposed to teach people to do it. You don't have to do it that way. You can just do positive, negative, positive, negative. And then you take your friend's battery and and you put positive and then negative on.
Yeah.
And then you just start, you have that car on, and then you start up this car.
So you need the battery to start the engine.
Correct.
Yeah.
Battery is crucial
Makes
to
sense.
starting the engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you close your hood, make sure it is shut all the way. I've seen people on the highway with their hood low-key starting to float. And like, here, I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, it's literally being picked up by the air, being held up like this by the second latch. So you can literally see like hoods doing this on the highway when it's going 60 miles an hour. And when it fails, this thing will eventually fail and fling open. And I've literally seen cars with windshields just the crater in it. So don't be afraid of slamming it. Shut it. Make sure it's shut. I can literally lift the car up and not have the hood going crazy. I do have to put the clutch in, I guess, for non-manual drivers.
It's got the
Neutral.
So is that
It's got
the
3
stick
pedals.
or-
Yeah, it's manual, so stick shift. 3
Those
pedals.
pedals?
1, 2,
what do the
3.
pedals do?
Clutch pedal. You don't use your right foot for this one. I don't know why I'm doing. Brake pedal, gas pedal. You have to have the clutch in to turn it on. Tell me when you're ready for that.
Okay, I turned the mic on.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Oh my lord. Now that all those are loose, put this down. But obviously I have the more advanced.
Yeah, a lot better than the jack you showed earlier.
Yeah, it should be a lot easier. You gotta find the control.
Roll that on under there.
Look, make sure it's good. I'm cheating again. I got a little gun for that, and that'll just buzz them right out. So yeah, all 5 are off. Keep track of these, because they are important to making your wheel sound. So I'm organized.
Is there any like specific order for them, or does it not matter?
No, for the lugs alone, it does not matter. Yeah, they're all the same.
I mean, the tire spins around, so.
Boom, tire comes right out. Big brakes. A lot of tread. Make sure your tires don't tread. Doesn't
Yeah.
really have a problem. So yeah, this is actually a good check for me. You can see this has like, you can see the tire wear on this side here because I have
Yeah.
camber, versus this side where it's a little bit less.
So I got my tiles rotated actually very recently. So you can see this is basically what it looks like when you take it to the dealership. They had to like move them in a couple degrees just because.
alignment too?
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want the alignment to be like messed up and stuff.
Correct.
Okay, so that was a lot of the maintenance here. We're gonna go into the requirement recap here, but yeah. Thanks a lot to Walker for all his help in this video.
Happy to help.
He did a lot of the stuff in this video, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a great help.
And it's hot out here.
Okay, bye. Okay, so in the last video, this ended up being like a 20-minute segment, so we are not going to do that today. I want to go over the requirements, but I don't want to sit here for like an hour just talking about the requirements. Plus, like, if you're going to do the badge, you can actually like fully look at them. So we're going to make this quick. So, 1, safety and registration. Do the following. A, explain to your counselor the hazards you are most likely to encounter during automotive maintenance activities. I don't know why I can't pronounce this right, but basically, obviously, you know, like, you don't want the car falling on you, you don't want anything rolling on you. There's a lot just, you know, you can learn, just general first aid and safety stuff. B, discuss with your counselor the safety equipment, tools, and clothing needed. So basically, I'm not gonna like fully read all of these every time, and I think that's gonna make it go a lot faster. But I showed the safety kit. You wear like a vest that makes you like obvious. You have like lights if it's dark, and then you have like you wear gloves while you work. Very simple stuff there. C, explain the different types of motors you may encounter. I didn't really do that, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know. I would just go look into that. I know there's different types for sure. I don't know that much about cars, I'm not gonna lie. D, explain the safety considerations when performing maintenance on a vehicle equipped with a high voltage electrical system. So, I mean, obviously, you don't want to get electrocuted here. Walker kind of talked about that. He basically said, like, if you touch both of these at the same time, you will get shocked. So, be very careful, especially around metal. E, review the maintenance chart in the vehicle's owner manual. So, I didn't really do that, but there is a maintenance chart. The owner manual for my Volvo is like that thick. You just take it and then you just look through it. Very simple, to each their own in their cars. F, explain the purpose, importance, and limitations of safety belts. I mean, obviously, you want to wear a seatbelt. The seatbelt isn't going to, like, you know, save your life like 100%, but, you know, it'll definitely do works, right? Especially if your car like stops fast, it'll stop you from like flying forward and like literally dying. But you know, if you get hit on the side, you're still going to get hurt. The seatbelt doesn't do everything. G, find out the requirements for your state emissions and safety inspections. Obviously, every vehicle needs to be inspected, and it's going to be different for your state. And as far as emissions go, I don't really know. I don't think North Carolina has like that much laws, and other states have, you know, stricter laws. And then H, explain the importance of registering a vehicle. Obviously, you need to register a vehicle. It's very important. Every year, your registration is going to get renewed. So right now, I have a registration for like November of 2025, and then later, we'll have to get a new one, and that'll extend it to November of 2026. General maintenance. Do the following. A, demonstrate how to check the following. 1, brake fluid. We did that. 2, engine oil. We did that. 3, coolant. We did that. 4, power steering fluid. We did that. 5, windshield washer fluid. We did that. 6, transmission fluid. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember if we did, but I feel like we did. 7, battery fluid if possible. We don't have battery fluid on our cars. B, locate the fuse boxes, determine the size and types of fuses. Walker showed the fuses in his car. I don't know where the fuse box on my car is. I mean, I feel like I can find it, but he showed his, and that's basically what they look like. C, demonstrate how to check the condition and tension of belts and hoses. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what that means. Yeah, I would have to look that up. D, check the vehicle for proper orientation of its lights, including the interior overhead lights, instrument lights, and yeah, other stuff. We didn't really do that, but the lights are pretty simple. Well, I guess he did show how to like take out the light real quick. I don't know if I put that in the video, if it's just a short, but you basically you can pop the headlights out and then you can like change the bulbs. E, locate and check the air filters. We didn't really do that either. That's pretty simple. Okay, 3, dashboard and driver information center. Do the following. So for all of these things, there's a bunch of like sub-specific requirements. I'm not really gonna go over like each one because that would make this video have like an additional 10 minutes of time, and we're already over like 30 minutes here. But basically this one is just talking about all of the information on the panel, and if you've ever done any like traffic safety, merit badge, or driver's ed, it's basically gonna tell you what all of these alerts mean. 4 is tires. It has a bunch of stuff to do about tires. I showed you how, like, you know, you want your tires aligned and stuff. That's basically all this requirement is. It's, you know, going like super in depth on the tire alignments here. 5 is the engine. So basically this is just, you got to learn about your engine on your car, and then just what it means and how your engine runs. And also what type of oil your engine needs, because it's different for every engine. 6 is the cooling system. So that's obviously, you know, you need coolant. All these requirements tie into the other ones where you say, oh, do this. This is just, you know, do coolant and explain why coolant is necessary. 7 is the fuel system. Explain how the air and fuel systems work together. Basically, you gotta, you know, just talk about the fuel system. Again, we didn't really do any of this stuff, but it's pretty simple. And then I think, oh, there's like a lot more. 8 is the ignition and electrical systems. This is talking a lot about just how it starts and stops. We talked about the battery pack and how you need electricity in the battery to be able to start the fuses that start the engine. And then once the engine's on, you don't necessarily need the battery, but if the battery is low, you can, you know, be screwed because you won't be able to start your car. It's good to keep jumper cables in there, stuff like that. 9 is the drivetrain, so it's basically the connection between like the steering and the engine and the gas and everything. It's basically just like what holds the car together. We didn't really talk about that. Again, a lot of the stuff you're just gonna have to look up. Pretty simple here. 10 is the brake system. So basically, you know, brakes, they're on every car. You gotta check them. There's a little wire on the bottom of the car that like has the brakes interlocked. It's kind of like a bike, but just, you know, bigger. And yeah, pretty simple. And then 11 is do 2 of the following. A, determine the value of 3 different vehicles you are interested in purchasing. This requirement basically talks about looking up and talking about, you know, buying a vehicle. Obviously, we did that. I kind of included a clip of Walker talking about it, but basically he bought his car for I think like $1,000 from one of our friends who wanted to get rid of it, and then he did a bunch of repair. For us, we buy every car used from like CarMax or Carvana, so you know, we just look at that and compare the prices. B is choose a car cleaner and wax products for a vehicle you want to clean, and then you have to explain basically what it means. So I've had to do this. Obviously in college there's a lot of salt that gets on my car, so we got to clean it off all the time, and I've had wax done on the sides of my car. I had it just done at like an auto bell, but I had to like look at the types of wax basically. C is locate the manufacturer's jack. So that's basically how you actually like hold up the car. So we put the jack in under my car and his car, and you basically have to find like the little bit under the car to like prop it up. We did that. I don't know if it was like that clear in the video where it is, but it's very obvious like when you're under the car like what it is, because it's very strong, because you know it's supposed to hold up the whole car. D is perform an oil filter and oil change. So this is very simple. We showed the oil pans. I don't know if Walker actually like demonstrated showing the oil there, but it is necessary probably every like 5,000 miles to get an actual oil change on your vehicle. And yeah, and every vehicle is going to be a bit different. For example, my car uses synthetic oil. I don't know if there's any like specific type of synthetic oil, I'm not going to lie, but it's something like that. We just have it like professionally done every 5,000 miles. So yeah. The last one here is requirement 12. Find out about 3 career opportunities in the automotive industry. Walker did mention that. We were talking about NASCAR technicians, and he also works as a valet part-time. And then obviously him and his roommate do a lot in terms of like car repairs, and they also like sell parts too, and that's kind of in the automotive industry. And yeah, besides that, this requirement is also a pretty simple one. You just gotta like look it up and then talk about it. And yeah, that's gonna do it for requirement recap. I think I got this to about 8 minutes long this time. I don't really know right now. I just want to keep getting this section like faster and faster. I gotta like explore ways to actually like put the text on screen better, but yeah, let's move on. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. A lot of thanks to Walker for basically doing the entire video. I know this video was insanely long. I wanted to just include everything Walker did and just kind of make it obvious. There's a lot of merit badges that are like this, where they dive like super deep into a profession here. This was one of them, so it was, you know, I'm very grateful that I had someone who knows a lot about the profession. That's one of my good friends, and I can just have him do the entire video with me, and I don't just have to figure it out on my own. But yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Badge Debrief, and as always, I hope you have a great day.